Rick Tocchet.
He said, "Don't make his contract a story." What are you gonna do?
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
That's the story.
Oh, he should know. He should know we're a Canadian market, right?
So I think the situation is that he has
a club option.
Yeah.
Right. The club has an option that they want to. The club wants him back, right?
Yeah.
But he wants to take his time. He wants to focus on putting the Canucks in the playoff spot. So he's gonna wait till the end of the year to decide if he wants to stay.
Yeah.
But if I'm Tocchet, the first thing I would ask is, I know it's a couple years down the road. Okay, what's Quinn Hughes' situation, right? How do you? I would probably go up to him like, okay, what are your thoughts? I'll go with management. I'm like, as long as if you know for a fact he's staying, okay, then I'll stay and we can go do the next things. Because I think like the Miller Pettersson situation, that's all taken care of. I think Pettersson's turned to the other side, and the team's gone better defensively, and goaltending is still is not a weak point or anything like that. So my biggest question, if I'm Rick, is Quinn going to stay?
It's only a 1 year option, right?
1 year.
So if you're talking, like I say, you just stick through it, right, and then you see what's up. Because now I think Quinn Hughes has 1 year left after that, right? And now if you probably figure out, like you said, what Quinn wants. And if he's like, yeah, I don't know, I'll see, is up in the air, you could just walk away and be like, all right, I'm leaving, fuck this.
I think Rick's talk is him saying, I want to wait till the end of the year, is him effectively signaling that he thinks that the grass is greener somewhere else.
I was going to say, right? And I know the grass is greener, because I don't think the Rangers are going to make the playoffs. And I think they're clean house. I think they're getting rid of Chris Drury. I think they're getting rid of Peter Laviolette, because just think about how many times Chris Drury fucked up. Like, this is the last 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Like, this guy has the perfect roster put together. He fired Gerard Gallant, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like, he's not doing it.
Yeah.
So then he hires Peter Laviolette, right?
After, yeah.
They went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. They were touted as probably the second best.
They were like
team.
a cup favorite.
Yeah, cup favorite to come into the season. He blew that hole up because of his own ego, right? Because he started shit in the locker room, and he traded the captain away. So now it's come down to it's a close playoff race. I think they're behind by like 3 points on Montreal, and they got games ahead of Montreal too. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I didn't know Montreal has games in hand.
Games in hand. So if you don't make the playoffs, you're getting kicked. You're done, dog.
Yeah.
It's like you got no more excuses. You got nothing. You made this trade for JT Miller, didn't lead to anything. And you know what? You know who's boys and boys with JT Miller?
Right.
That's Rick Tocchet.
Yeah.
And this is his chance. He could be what's his name? It could be Mark Messier and
Mike Keenan.
Here we go.
If you think about the Rangers, they are like a perfect team for him because they're a veteran group, and he seems like a coach who he loves vets. We know that from the Canucks. But I feel like that group's a super veteran group. They're like all in their 30s. They play hockey. They're gonna play the way he wants to play. Dump and chase hockey. Keep it simple.
North south,
Win the puck back to your defenseman, and get the pucks on net.
Because he is a dynamic defenseman on that team. Even though he hasn't been playing like it, Adam Fox, right? Adam Fox is a quality defenseman, and if you look at the roster top to bottom, it's a quality roster. It's just that the GM kind of go and ruin the chemistry for no reason. Yeah. So it just cost him. And I think after the season, if they definitely don't make the playoffs, he's definitely gone. Like there's no shot. Sorry to make this about the Rangers somehow, but he's gone. Yeah. And if you're the Canucks, like you can't blame the guy. You're not giving him much option here.
Definitely, he's gonna have a longer leash in New York or anywhere else than he's gonna have in Vancouver, right? Mm-hmm. And think about Rick. How many years has he been in Vancouver now? 4 or 5 years? 2.5. Oh, it seems like 4 or 5 years. The
way this season's gone, it seems like it's just 3 years at once.
It's 2. And like for him, it's like okay, let's say you get like a 4-year extension offer, right? With Vancouver. Yeah. But what job security do you have if you shit the bed the first 2 years? You've already been here for a few years. Then they're going to move talk, right? You get a fresh 4-year offer from the Rangers. Yeah. They're not going to move off talk until like year 3, maybe year 4, right? There's more job security. And there's less scrutiny. Yeah. Less media scrutiny than there is in Vancouver compared to New York or some of these other markets. Right. I like that reason.
I think the one thing with the Canucks, if he does leave, and the reason why I could see him leaving, and the one main positive would be Petey's play. Because he said something about Petey. He's like, the problem with Petey is he tries to slow things down and regroup, but they don't want him to. They want to play north, they want to play north style hockey. Which Petey, he benefits off of a slow paced game where he can be methodical and kind of make passes, make plays, instead of going up and down just being a fucking robot, right?
Why are they trying to turn him into like a fucking selfie?
Exactly, it makes no sense.
Right?
It makes
he's
no
an
sense.
offensive dynamic player. Just let him be that. But so then, wouldn't that be something with Tocchet that would support him leaving? Because if they chose Pettersson over JT, and Pettersson is what he is, then maybe he's thinking of going elsewhere.
You don't know about what this GM group is thinking, right? They're all over the fucking place. Right? They're talking, hey, we don't get any deals for Brock Besser. And then comes out, they did have a deal for a first round pick. Right. Then it comes out like, oh, well, you know what? We're gonna stick with PD. And then they're shitting on PD. Yeah, like, what is it? Like, why are we all of a sudden bipolar about this?
Yeah, they shit on their own players. But the biggest thing is look at that about Rick Tocchet. Look at Heedle's first game, right?
Right.
Electric.
Yeah.
Couple practices, unnoticeable.
He slowly got a little more robotic and like, oh, where do we go? Where did the guy go?
I get what he's trying to implement a system, but I don't think you put your star players on a handcuff. Yeah, you don't. Like you don't let these guys be like, yeah, you can't do what you like to do. Like if that's like telling like Pettersson, like you just completely change your game style and play a defensive mind instead of playing the way you are. Like that's just what's the point of that? Like there's no benefit for you to do that. No, like that's like a detrimental to your team. He's your one offensive threat player. That probably craves for those wingers on your line, like Brock and what's his name, Jake DeBrusque, who you signed for $5 million. No, exactly. Right? You gotta get someone to produce for these guys, and that's him. Even if it takes him, hey, guess what? If it takes him like two minutes in the zone just creating, like that's better than him dumping the puck in and trying to chase it because that's not his game.
No, it's not.
Any creation is better than no creation, which is what they're trying to do with PD, right?
Like, yeah. Like even the game against Winnipeg, their last game where everyone thought they were gonna get shit kicked, they were playing more east to west. And look at how that turned out, right?
Yeah, they had a lot more opportunities on the rush too, right? Yeah. That was the biggest thing. I think the system that he tries to run is like more of it suits a terrible defensive like core group. And the Canucks improved their blue line now, so why would you not open up things a bit more? Like you got Marcus Pettersson. The development of Elias Pettersson has been good. Yeah. Right. Hughes is back. Ronik's playing pretty well. Yeah. I mean, you got what's that kid? Mancini's playing pretty well too. You have a bunch of options.
Go over here
on the blue line now, better than what they were last year. I don't know why you wouldn't just open it up a lot more.
Exactly. I was going to ask you too. Why did they all of a sudden change the way they played? Because in the beginning of last season, it didn't seem like they had that dump and chase shit. It felt like they were just running, gunning.
Because they had Demko. Demko was back there saving everybody.
So then, but like, why would you still like?
Because once Demko got hurt, and then Silves got in, and he was kind of letting like if you let
just play defense.
A rookie goalie like that who lets in the weak goals from the point and stuff like that, you're not going to play like a
but it seemed like even in the regular season they kind of started changing that too.
They did. That's when Demko got hurt.
Once they started gearing to the playoffs.
Yeah. But like, why would you? But like that kind of like hampered. I can think kind of like hampered all those guys. Like Pettersson stopped performing after that. Pettersson, remember he was like he didn't do anything.
Pettersson suffered the most from Tocchet system.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but why would you do that?
Yeah,
like you're just trying to cut your team's best player, second best player off like that. Like it just does you no harm. It does you more detriment than the other team.
Yeah, Zach, I agree, man. I think any
smart coach would adjust to his players, right?
No. We're talking about Rick Tocchet here. The fact that like if like a solid deal comes about, like the Rangers are like
we went back to that.
What are we talking about? We're talking about Rick Tocchet him staying. That's the whole point of this video. We're talking fucking Pettersson for the 80th time.
That was like 10 minutes ago.
That was like 5 minutes ago. We moved on from fucking Rick Tocchet going to New York again.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. I was saying that like, if there's a viable offer, I think he would take it. If not, then maybe you're saying Tocchet, maybe he'll take that option. And next year he'll look at it.
I think right now he's just gonna keep pushing it to the off season. Off season after the playoffs or even after the regular season, right? Because he doesn't want to get in the way of the players. He wants everybody to focus.
Because the thing is, if the Rangers miss the playoffs, they're gonna know relatively quickly if Pierre Laverdet's back or not, right?
Yeah.
So if you're let's say if the Canucks make the playoffs. Go to the Stanley Cup and win. That leaves us to like June or something, leaves. Right? And then why not?
He's not. The thing is, if they go to a deep run, he's not leaving. He's staying, right?
Yeah,
but if they get bounced out of the first,
he'll stay. Then he'll be like, "Oh, I got a team to build on you."
Yeah,
better than New York. If you go to New York,
look how much turmoil this team has been through so far, and they're in a playoff spot now. Right,
that's why he wants.
That's why you wouldn't leave.
That's why you wouldn't.
No, I'm just saying exactly right. So if you have like a normal year to start off the year next year, you're probably in like a comfortable top 3 spot in your division.
Yeah, I think the one downside of joining New York would be how short that team's window. Their window's almost closed. Right, Miller's like 33, Panarin's 33, Shesterkin's 31 or something like that.
You gotta risk it sometimes, because you know what, this NHL game, the coaches don't stay for long. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
You get just a change like that. JP just thought he was coaching for 5 years. It's only been 2.5. The way it seems like it's been going forever.
I still think he's been coaching for 5 years. I gotta take a look at it.
Well, you can't count his Arizona days.
TNT
days.
TNT days. He's kind of coaching business.
Like, just think about like how many coaches have been coaching for a long period of time. Mike Sullivan.
Yeah.
Cooper.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not many.
Really.
You can't.
That's not many.
Yeah.
Like if you compare it to other sports probably
Brendan
have coaches for a long time.
Yeah.
And
The shelf life is like 4 to 5 years,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's
and
like-
if it's already been turmoil, then
Especially the last few years, I feel like a lot more coaches just getting let loose a lot faster.
Yeah,
They
look
don't
at
give them time to adjust.
Look
Yeah.
at Vegas. Look at Rangers. They have a good season with good coaches.
Mhm.
They let them go. Boston. They let go one of the best coaches, and it doesn't matter. Like I think something that's what always also hurts the Canucks too. Right when a good coach gets let go, they just never have their. They just switch coaches.
Yeah.
Right.
They just got a new coach.
Yeah.
What's his name? Bruce Cassidy gets let go. They just got
But you know who's out there? Our boy.
Gerard
Glenn's been out there for like 5 years. It seems like sorry to bring up the 5 years again, but what's happening? Like, is there something going on behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Well, you'd think he'd have a
He
job
coached
by now.
the Spangler Cup, so like he's still coaching and stuff like
Oh,
that. It's not
wow.
like
Oh my God! Wow!
no, it's not like he's like on like
Rick Bonus has also
He's retired.
No, he's
Rick's
retired.
over.
He retired.
He called it.
He called it.
He
He
enough's
called
enough
it.
already.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, he did like high
Because
school
Rick was
day.
like an assistant for a long time, and he's like,
Yeah.
this head coaching shit, I don't know, man.
Yeah.